Hey y'all, I want to give you some information on visual workouts, okay? I have been posting these for a while. Not a lot of people really utilize this, and it is a really good key factor in catching some wins for people. Whereas a lot of people may have a hard time understanding workouts, this can also help you guys. All right, this is a good way to look at it and determine how and where you're getting the wins and seeing things from a different perspective, okay? So I'm going to explain this particular method to you guys. I'm going to give you kind of a breakdown of what's going on, and I'm going to get into further details. All right, I'm only focusing on the bottom, okay? I ain't worried about up here. I'm only focusing on the bottom. Okay, so what we do is we take a 6-4-6 rundown. And as you guys know, I love me some 6-4-6 rundowns. All right, so when you do that, this is a great example, okay? Like, say, for instance, right here, you have 4-6-8. That was Mississippi's previous winning number. And the reason why I'm using Mississippi is because I've already got this one written up. All right, so this would be your 4-6-8. You're going to take, and imagine that you have a 6-4-6 right here. I don't add that. I don't put that at the top of all of it and then add. I just go ahead and add it because I've done it so many times. I just already know the patterns in which numbers are going to fall next. Okay, so with that being said, all right, I always highlight my date sum and the mirror. Okay, because if not, sometimes you may see, like, if your date sum is a 7, there may not be any 7s in the workout. So the next best thing to do is to mirror, over that date sum and highlight those, which in this case would be a 2, and it's vice versa. If 2 is your date sum, and, like over here, perfect example, if there was no 2s, you would want to mirror the 7s to give you your starting point, because your next winning number is typically going to either include one of these, or it's going to at least touch one of these. All right, one of the 3 digits will at least touch off of the date sum. Only on very rare occasions have I ever seen it not do that. It'll either completely not be in the rundown, or it will, like, I think I've only seen it happen twice in the last year and a half, that it never even touched near the date sum. So your biggest chances of getting your hit are going to be focusing right here as your starting point. Now, what we do is we take an M, an E, and an O. What this stands for is your mixed set of numbers. That is basically your main number. 4-6-8 is what fell. All right, so up here, 4-7-3 fell. That is your main number, your mixed number. It's mixed with odds and evens. That is your main number. Right over here was 207. That's your main one. All right, 207. See how it's odds and evens all throughout? Okay, so that is your main number that falls for the night. You're going to do a 6-4-6 on it. You will then write E, and then you can write all the even versions. When you mirror it over, write all even numbers. So 4-6-8 mirrored over to evens is still 4-6-8. There's no sense in me writing this workout again because it's already right here. It's only going to confuse me more, so I'll box it off. Next, you're going to take a look at the O, which means odd. You're going to take your winning hint number, and then you're going to mirror it entirely to all odd numbers. Okay, so you may say, well, what if it's like this one here, 4-7-3? What if I already have 2 odd numbers? Then all you have to do is mirror over the one number that's not odd. Okay, see how we did that? All right, so down here, you're going to mirror over the entire set of numbers to an odd. And then you're going to add as your 6-4-6, which, if you think about it, it's taking this exact rundown and mirroring it exactly over. Okay, so now if you look at just those 2 things, you can look at picking just all even numbers or all odd numbers. And in your head, you can mirror over numbers like 2-4-9. Maybe I want to play 8-1-0. Maybe I want to play 8-0-9. You can mirror over in your head a digit, but this makes it easier. This is why I call it a visual rundown, is because you visually can see things better. So then I start making, let me zoom out a little bit. So then I start making patterns. I have x minus minus, minus x minus, minus minus x. And I go through and I have each one of those listed here. All right. And what you're going to do is the X signifies which row you need to mirror. All right. So if our starting number was 4-6-8 and I have an X here, that means I only want to mirror just this row. So then what I do is I mirror that first number, and then I add my 6 to it and get all of those numbers there, because I'm just doing a 6-4-6. It's the same thing. So if you look at it and you backtrack over to the original number, 4-6-8 is the same as 9-1-3 and 9-6-8 mirrored. 0-0-4 is the same as 5-5-9 and 5-0-4. All right, see what we're doing? All right, so the next one that I have is a minus x minus, which indicates this number stays originally the same. This number stays originally the same. But I want to mirror the middle number now. And then I mirror the middle column. So when you're looking at this, just based on the first four, you're going to look at this and see, okay, well, if I decide to start with my date sum a 2 and I wanted to go this way, I would play 2, 4, 4, right? But if I look on this one, I can see it as 7, 9, 9. Over here, I see it as 7, 4, 4. I see it as 2, 9, 4, 2, 4, 9, 2, 9, 9, 7, 4, 9, 7, 9, 4. Now, this will not give you every single mirror possibility that is capable of hitting, okay? But I promise you it will give you the majority of your mirror potentials, okay? Which gives your brain a different way of seeing these workouts. And like, you may see a number come out of one of these that you may not have originally saw in your original 646 rundown. You're visually training your brain to see more open, ample opportunities of numbers that you could play. But they're all within the same algorithm. So you're not actually changing anything. You're not making up new algorithms. You're just changing the mirror forms of this. This is actually a really good translation. I call this a translation of numbers. Okay, that is my terminology. I don't know, other people may use it for different things, but this is what I call it. I call it a translation. It visually translates one workout into another, and into another. You're going to do the same thing on each of these, right? See how this one you only keep one row the same, but then you're going to mirror both of these, and then it splits up and you mirror the outsides, then you mirror the first two, and right here you'd mirror the entire thing. I have this one X'd out because look, if we mirror the entire 4, 6, 8, it's going to be 9, 1, 3. So guess what? We already have a 9, 1, 3. So you'll see right here is a perfect example. On nights that you do not contain a double or a mirror pair, you will only have 2 boxes marked out. If you happen to get a double or a mirror pair, then you will see that you have 4 of them boxed off because those numbers are repeating what's already been played. Now, if you ever have a triple and or a mirror pair of numbers, that can, that's going to be different where you're going to probably have this down to like just 4 columns, right? Because that's just the way that it mirrors over. You'd have a lot of repeating workouts. This is a really good technique for those of you that want to take one workout, one short rundown. I would suggest the 646. Now, since you're for those of you that are in Mississippi, you can look at this and you can copy this right here, either rewrite it on your paper, you can screenshot it from where I had zoomed out, and you can use this. Ask me and I'll clip it for you and show you, or actually I have it posted currently today on my website. You can get it there, click on it, screenshot it, save it, and use it. But this is the visual workout. This is a great rundown, and try it. For those of you that are absolutely not hitting at all, you've never won, what is it going to hurt? Focus on one new method for a few days. You're already not winning as it is, right? So why not try something completely different? Try testing the waters and erasing what's been in your mind this whole time on what you thought you knew about workouts and rundowns. Try something a little different. Who knows? You may get the number. Who knows? You may get one off that you may get so close to it that you're going to feel like you won because you've never been so close to a win. These are the little things that are going to move you into the right direction. You have to there's a billion different workouts, but you have to find the right one that is easiest for you. Now, this may look like a lot of work to write these out every night. And I'm going to be honest, it can be because it is time consuming. It does take a lot of focus and making sure you mirror everything the proper way, making sure that you do this exactly in the right order. But as you do it more and more, you get faster and faster. And eventually, what this does is it trains your brain to automatically understanding and knowing what the mirror forms are without ever even having to do this again. You may only have to write your main one, and you may want to write an even, an odd, and then just randomly pick one of these others and do it. That very well could be what it breaks down for you. And then again, this may not be useful for some people. This may be either too complex, it may be too much, it may be something that just doesn't click for you, and that's okay. Each person has their own learning style, and my purpose and point for you guys is to get you on the right path so that you can understand and know where you're going. You'll know what works and you'll know what doesn't work. That's what I'm trying to help get you guys to. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share this video out in a couple of places. Some of it's going to be on my YouTube, some of it's going to be on Facebook groups, but I just hope that you guys are able to take this information, understand it, test it, see if it gets you closer, do it for a few days, and see if each day you get better. So good luck, y'all.